Sono live. I'm live already. Okay, so the live stream, how live streams works on YouTube changed completely, and I'm completely out of the loop. So I don't understand what is going on with all of this. Like, no need. What the? Okay, so I should be live to everybody. The first person to actually join the live, please, anybody, please tell me what's up, if everything is correctly working. I have to do this, I have to do that. Is everything working correctly? Hello, somebody, please tell me. Okay, so yes, I'm live streaming currently. Hello. Hi, yes, nice. Nice. Let me just pull up the chat so you can see it as well. I mean, I guess you can see it anyway, but okay, here add I'm on Wayland. So how does Wayland work again? You're fine. You don't need the chat. I'm the only person who actually needs to see the chat. Everything else is fine. Yes, nice. Hello, everybody. You can start asking stuff if you have like any question. I don't have much to say by myself, except I'm sorry for the lower quality than usual of everything. And luckily, I do have this little beauty. Let me show you this little beauty, but I need a capture card to use it as a webcam. I don't have a capture card, so I still have to use my older camera, which is just my phone. I'm too much light on this part of my face. Hey, yes. You can ask me stuff, by the way. That's the whole point. Hello, hello. What should I talk about? You tell me. I look decent today. I've just finished doing a test live stream on TikTok because I wanted to see how the experience there is. I so much prefer YouTube. It's so much easier to understand what's going on, to be honest. And I mean, I know it better. So seriously, hello everybody. What should we talk about today? What's the topic? You tell me. Hello from Ukraine. Hello. Hello everybody. Nice to see you here. What's your latest project? As in KDE or as in live? So on KDE, by the way, if you subscribe to my Patreon, you actually get kind of weekly updates on what I'm doing, but that aside, on KDE, I'm currently working on finishing up my patches for the floating panel, and I'm almost there. I finally found what the issue was, I think, and I should be able to finish it up and do the nice new floating panel. After that, there's a lot of stuff to work, but I'm also doing a crash course on how e-ink devices work. I'm currently, let me show you. Yeah, I'm currently working on making this more Linuxy useful, on Linux at least. And it involves, you know, understanding how e-ink works, and that is tough actually. So a bit of a crash course there. Let me see the chat a bit better. So I've got my face here and here. Why is everything so small? Ah, now it's bigger. 4K monitors. So, do you drink milk? I do not actually, mostly because milk is too heavy for my stomach. I just get stomachache, so I just try not to eat milk at all. and also most of cheese. I try to avoid it. I mean, I can, but I avoid it. In which version of KDE will it become transparent? The floating panel? I mean, the panel is already transparent by a significant portion. You would want it to be more transparent out of the box, then you do need a third-party theme. Probably the floating panel won't get any more transparent than it currently is in the future, but you know, that's what themes are for. So just check out any theme and it will work nicely. Do KDE plans on creating IDE like GNOME Builder, or is Kate good enough? We do have KDevelop. That's the IDE of KDE. I think so. I doubt we'll see anything else except that. So let me just try to make this view slightly more useful by showing you the actual questions. That's the point. And I think I have to press this button here, and then I have to start doing magic. So let me see, just a second. I'm sorry, I should have set up this at the beginning, but whoops. Like this, nice. Whoops. And like this, you can actually see the questions. And my face could be a bit bigger because, you know, I'm the main attraction of this live stream, right? So like this. Let's do this. I like this setup. It's a bit messy, but whatever. Yes, there is KDevelop. That's the point. Switching light and dark themes. I mean, other than Breeze, you mean automatic light and dark theme switching? That is coming, which is nice. Will 5.27 be released on the 14th or today? 14th, I hope. Unless I'm missing out something, it should be the 14th. Otherwise, I'm completely out of the loop. But I really think it's the 14th. I've enabled K user feedback. When specifically does it send the feedback? Is it helpful to K developers or just clutter info? So, tough question. Regarding when, I'm not sure actually. Maybe it's monthly, maybe it's kind of always. I actually don't know the specific details. Regarding how useful it is, I don't know. So for me, it's completely useless. I don't even have access to the data, because to see that data, you have to have some specific reason and you have to ask for access. I don't have any specific reason. I cannot even see it. Other developers, like app maintainers, as an example, can see it. I'm not sure how useful they find it. I don't see a lot of statements around backed up by that data, but maybe it's still useful in some other ways. So I don't know. I don't know if it was worth it. I love the Harwana. No, sorry, this is not working. Let's try again. Let's switch back to my face. Hello, this is my face. No. I need to see the questions a bit better. You have the chat anyway. I love the Harwana, I guess that's how it's pronounced, media player. Potential to be the best. Any inside news on current development? No, because as far as I know, Harwana is not part of KDE at all, actually. So KDE does have a lot of media players, and the main media player currently, like the best main music player, as far as I know currently, is Elisa, and it's pretty good. And Harwana, as far as I know, is not part of KDE, so I don't have any insight. Looking forward to the course. Could you do a KDE for Dummies kind of series? I would love to, but there is serious concerns of time right now. So basically, I've had an issue, which is I tried to improve quality too much. I switched to this beauty. Again, let me show it to you. This is fantastic. It's phenomenal. I can do so high quality videos, 4K, 60 FPS. I just love it. But it's so difficult to manage everything, like lighting and the camera, lenses, focus. And on top of that, I've also decided to make the videos higher quality. So I actually write down things to say, and I spent maybe one day on the research for the video. it's tough being able to keep up with everything. So currently I'm absolutely overwhelmed, so I'm trying my best, but you know, I don't have enough time for everything. Next question, blah, blah, blah. Do you support fundamentalism in Linux? What does it mean? In Linux? Is that like a thing? Like, is there some Linux fundamentalism? I don't know. I generally don't like things that are called fundamentalism. I don't know about this one specifically, but probably not. The answer is probably not, but I need to hear more. What was my first contribution to KDE? I believe it was something real simple. That was like changing the text in Calligra, the Office application, because some text wasn't that clear, and I didn't care at all about that bug actually, but I just searched for very easy to fix bugs on the bug tracker, just, you know, to learn and see how things worked. And I just did this very small merge request changing a certain wording because there was a bug report about that wording. So does pineapple belong on pizza? Absolutely not. Stop asking. No way pineapple belongs. Come on, I mean. Which is the best laptop you recommend for Linux without any driver error? Currently the best laptop I would recommend, where is it in my bag? Let me fetch my bag. So I'm probably gonna get killed by everybody who would otherwise sponsor my channel for Linux laptops. But I actually think that this one is some real good laptop. Like the XPS Developer Edition comes with Ubuntu out of the box, and it's majestic. Like, it's such a computer, I just love it. Lately, all of my work is actually on the Kubuntu Focus NX because they give it to me because I did some work for them. And that works really well. It's a very nice desktop computer, but as far as laptops goes, this is perfect. I have an idea for a visual Firefox tab feature that integrates into Overview at corner. You can post it on Reddit or on the VDG. Keep in mind that if it's a feature that's like connecting Firefox and KDE Plasma, it's going to be very hard to implement. I'm a Windows user, get out, no, just kidding. I want to switch to KDE on Fedora, but I have Nvidia card. How much of a head kit will that be? Should I use Nobar instead? What I would suggest is trying out in a live USB the operating system like Fedora KDE, and just check if that works, the live USB. If it does, then install it as like a dual system and just see if it works. If it works, because as far as I know, there is no reliable way to tell you beforehand if something is gonna work reliably with Nvidia or not. So test it out, don't use it as your main system immediately, switch to it, see slowly and progressively and see if it works. That's the best advice I think I can give. Maybe somebody else can give better advice. On the welcome screen, do you guys plan on adding some predefined layouts for the panel? No. Nope. There's probably a reason for that. And I think the reason is that we have this design decision of not asking the user too many things before they even know what everything is about. So maybe they're trying KDE Plasma for the very first time. They might not know, you know, what even are layouts. So let's keep that for later. I would want to see a KCM, a system settings module, just for that, but not on the welcome screen. Your opinion about gun rights. And I'm not American, so you know, it's a bit complex to answer that question. It's something very complex and very American. That said, I still have the generic European opinion of, you know, in here, things seem to be significantly better. It's surely a cultural thing. Like we do have issues in guns being too freely available. In Italy, there was an issue very recently about that, but the culture is different, so you don't get, those mass shootings and stuffs, not as often. But generally speaking, I would like to see more restrictions on guns in general, but I'm not American, so I can't speak for America. Are KDE developers using profilers to try to find parts where the code can be optimized? I don't know, because I'm not the kind of person that would do this. If there's core KDE developers, I think they do. There's even a KDE tool to do that, heat map, I think it's called. That's the goal. I'm not sure how many people use it, how it's used. I don't, but that's because I work on completely different things. So I'm not sure. I think the answer is yes. I'm not sure. Do you use a capture card? No, actually, because it's expensive and I finished money. The camera was already expensive. Also buying a capture card was pretty difficult. So I just record literally on the camera. I just press record and do my thing. I actually have a very complex setup. So basically I have a micro HDMI from the camera to the monitor. So I actually see on the monitor what I'm recording, but without the capture card. It's literally plugged into the monitor itself. And I also have a mirror, literally a mirror on that side to see the camera from behind to check if it's correctly recording, because on the monitor it just shows the video, it doesn't show the UI. So I also have to have a monitor. It's crazy. I would love to have a capture card. I don't have the money for that right now. I was thinking have someone ever implemented a shutdown animation for KDE? Oh, I have no idea about that, sorry. Will you attend Academy 2023? Most probably yes. I will do some, yeah, that's very nice. Go ahead and do it. I think it's a good idea. Hi Nicco, how much did you learn at school, university, and how much did you learn on your own? So my university is actually mathematics. So I don't learn anything about computer science and how computers work. I just learn mathematics. And although I love mathematics, it also means that everything I know about computers, I learned pretty much on my own. So sometimes it's, a cool thing to say, but it also means that I do have some things that I'm supposed to know. I would know if I went to University of Computer Science, but I don't know. As an example, I'm terrible about anything that is about servers, hosting, FTP, SSH. Previously, I was also terrible at understanding RSA, but now I'm taking a course on the mathematics of cryptography because, mathematics. And now I understand how RSA works under the hood. So do you think that FlatHub is the future? I think FlatHub is quite the present. It's widely used and I think it's quite good. Many distros use it. I think it's the present. I think it's already in a very good shape. Is performance, efficiency, and optimization in general important for Plasma devs? Absolutely, yes. Also, on what basis KDE decides if an app can be officially endorsed by developed in cooperation with KDE? Tough one. Generally speaking, we never say no, but we do have some list requirements to meet to be part of the family. That was bad phrasing, but you get the idea. I think it's like being actively developed, being in line with the KDE ideas, having at least 2 contributors, these kind of things. But I think we're quite flexible on that. Will you keep the stream? Yes, don't worry about that. I will not remove it. What RSS reader do you use? I actually use InnoReader from the internet. I'm not a big fan of RSS. It's a cool idea, but I don't use it much. But InnoReader just works. It's proprietary, but it works. I'm wondering when I would be able to run a Plasma phone as default phone. Oh, good luck. No, very tough. It's very tough. I mean, it's very developed, and it depends on what your use case is. For lots of people, I don't think they will ever be able to run a full Linux phone with Plasma on it, because I mean, it requires a lot of stuff and to work. Other people with different needs could make it, but I don't know, depends. Is Qt open source? Yes. No, I've done an entire video about that. It's called Is Qt a Threat to KDE? Check it out. It's a cool video. Can you tell me how I can work with internal KDE team? It's very easy. Go to kde.org and click on Get Involved. That's it. Will KDE integrate FCITX5? I have no idea what that is, sorry. I hate the topmost title bar above all applications. I love how applications in GNOME work. Yeah, we do have a nice look, I think, with the header area because it's all together, but no, we are not switching to CSD, so sorry about that. Why did Plasma remove the option never in the tiering prevention? Way too specific. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know everything. Is there any way you can contact the developer of new icons instead of redoing it all? I wish. Like I've seen a lot. Let's talk about this a bit. I've seen a lot of people after that video telling me, why didn't you just ask the developer? And I was like, do you really think I didn't try? Like, do you think that I spent hours researching every single merge request they did and watched a 4-hour live stream and done an entire video about it without having the idea of asking? Of course I tried. I'm going to try in different ways because I discovered they had some accounts on other socials, but I tried, believe me. What's my favorite book? Extremely tough question. It's if I have to recommend one, because I think it's really good. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's surely the one that I recommend most often. And how is it in English again? The ship of the author is Douglas Adams. No, it's not. No, wrong person. Yes, it's The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is beautiful, but I wanted to recommend another one. The Book of S, maybe it's called. What's the name again? The Book of S should give you the correct result. Yeah, in Italian, it's The Ship of Theseus or something. In English, I thought it was called the Book of S. No, Ship of Theseus. Yes, that should be it. The Ship of Theseus from VM Straka. It's not actually the author, but it's the fake author. Hi, Nicco. I'm a software developer student. Would you recommend trying to learn C++? Yes. Immediately. I can choose it as the main language for my last year in school. Yeah. C++ is everywhere. It's super useful to know C++ nowadays. So personally, I'm a big fan of Python, and I generally think Python is a great language for beginners, but I mean, you're a software developer student, you have to know C++. Can I convince you to fast track finally getting Toolkit support on Dolphin? No, wrong person, sorry. I don't have like magic privilege. I cannot just merge other merge requests at will. Which text editor do you use? KDE, yeah. Do you have hybrid graphics? No, sadly, I just have integrated GPUs on both of my computers. I would like to consider buying an external GPU. That would make my life much easier, but expensive. Will libadwaita apps be out of place on Plasma? Quite possibly, sadly. Yeah. Would you use FreeBSD as a daily driver for KDE development? I mean, I'm not against anything. I just don't see the reason why I would. Why would I use FreeBSD? Why not Linux? What's wrong with it? How do you decide if a feature should be added or not? This is very subjective. At the end, I mean, we're developers, we're trying our best, and sometimes we just look at a feature and we're like, is this worth it? It's a very subjective analysis that we do, but there's no other way currently to do it. Of course, I mean, we care about the feedback of your users and everything, but at the end, it's the subjective take of the developer, I think. I don't have like any particular rule to follow to decide. I just look at the feature and like, is it worth it code-wise? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. You think that KDE should try to get a foothold on government software because Europe will try to open source OS and stuff? Yeah, I mean, it should be a goal to have. In general, we should try to KDE to be more easy to use for like governments and companies, and that requires a bunch of stuff to happen. As an example, accessibility needs to improve, that sort of things. It's hard work that has to be done, but it would be nice. If there is not much work done on Conqueror, yes, basically that. Are there any plans of integrating more into Dolphin? Nope. No, that idea of having one application to do everything pretty much died with Conqueror. So many questions. I'm trying to keep up. Sorry. When will the new floating panel come to Plasma? Plasma 6. Sorry. You have to wait a bit. What do you think of KDE future of new updates? What do you think on KDE future of new updates? I'm sorry, I cannot parse the question. What does that mean? Are you using Wayland? Yes, I'm using Wayland on both of my computers. It's perfectly stable for me. Have you messed around with ChatGPT? Yes, a lot. Never for KDE development. There's various reasons why we shouldn't use AI generated code for KDE development. In general, you shouldn't use it for big companies or organizations. There are legal issues that could arise. You have to be very careful, but the technology is impressive, and I actually often go to ChatGPT to ask advice. Hey, you used to have the YouTube chat window on the stream. Did you remove it accidentally? The fact is I don't have a good setup for it. Let's try this. Let's actually try just a second. Let me do this. Oh, I know what I was doing. No, actually I didn't. I liked what I was doing. Okay, let's do this. Okay. And let's make this smaller. Pretend I'm not doing all of this live. Pretend I have everything ready. And I guess I should make this bigger. I'm almost done. Okay. And the smaller and the chat. Where is the chat? Here, nice. Sorry, I am not used anymore to live streams. I don't do much live streams anymore. Anyway, I was saying, let's move this away. Are there plans to help cut down the number? Are there plans to help cut down the pure number of dependencies KDE applications needs? For example, KDE Live requires KDE Wallet. Why? Okay, first of all, I don't know why KDE Live requires KDE Wallet, but if it does, there is a reason. The answer is no. Honestly, it's such a non-issue, guys. It's the least of our problems. Like, no. I mean, maybe ask some other developer who's kinder about this, but will Ocular get PDF editing abilities? I really don't think so. Theming Dolphin outside KDE is a nightmare. Is it? Especially if it's a Flatpak. Okay, now it's harder. Can you make a video about it? It's way too specific of a topic. Setting themes for KDE apps, it's too specific. It would do nicely. See, that's the issue. I started doing higher quality videos less frequently, and now I just do big topics. And but there should be a way to do this. There's a command line, like if you do Dolphin from the command line, you can set the queue style. So you somehow download, install the queue style, and then you set it in the command line. There should be a way to do this. What brew? What's brew? Brew meaning? What is a brew? Beer. It's like beer. Brew of beer. I don't drink much, and generally speaking, when I drink beer, it's like, just give me water. I just wanna get drunk, I guess. When will Plants vs. Zombie come pre-installed with Plasma? It's actually already pre-installed. You have to enter a specific Easter egg shortcut on kickoff, and it just opens up. Will be support dynamic window manager concept? Nope. We're not going to see any of that anytime soon, I think. When will Plants vs. Zombies 2 come pre-installed with Plasma? Very soon. We are managing the upgrade. It's going to come with Plasma 6 because we transition from Qt5 to Qt6 and from Plants vs. Zombies 1 to 2. Will Plasma be able to recolor libad white apps? I have no idea. I'm sorry. Probably not, but maybe. I don't know. Nicco, what do you think of the new update for Plasma 5.27? Plasma 5.27 has more stuff than I thought. It's the last KDE Plasma 5, so it's exciting. There's tiling, which I totally love, and hopefully multi-monitor improvements. Nice update. Let's keep this going. Now let's focus on Plasma 6 and making sure that Plasma 6 is super duper awesome. Any chance you would make the Arc Dark the default theme of Plasma? Nope. Sorry. We are doing Breeze. Personal question: why no mustache with a beard? No. Like, I would hate it. Like, I personally disagree. I don't think it would look nice on me. And the beard is already a lot. Like, I try to keep it light, and then sometimes I forgot to shave it. But I just come on. I'm 20. I'm not 30. Do you come from Spain? Nope. Italy. Have you ever lived abroad? I'm currently living abroad. I'm 1 year and a half into Sweden. Learn Pascal and Pascal? I would never recommend Pascal as a first language, but you do you. Is 5.27 the start of good experience on high DPI screens? I don't see why it would be, but who knows? I mean, try it out. High DPI screens, I guess the point is fractional scaling, isn't it? Improvements on fractional scaling, probably you have to wait for Plasma 6 for all improvements to land on Wayland. On X11, I mean, that should kind of work. Do you like Formula 1? Formula Uno? I don't know how it's pronounced in English. I think you would be a great Ferrari fan. No, I don't follow that sort of things, sorry. Not too interested on them. Let me just resize this. Okay. We were talking about Formula Uno. Will there be an improvement to match GTK apps a little more in Plasma 6, like Firefox, or rounded corners on the one window and not on the other? I'm very confused by this question. I would ask you to rephrase it. I don't quite understand it. Does KDE really use JavaScript and not Qt, but KDE, like QML? QML uses JavaScript and we use QML. Do you still have plan to implement your ideas in the overview effect? Probably not, but because there's so much to do, you know. Plasma exactly like Windows 11 looking the same when? Right now, I thought we were doing a lookalike already, so when will touchpad gestures be enabled by default for KDE? They are already they are already enabled by default out of the box for Wayland, and if you're asking for X11, the answer is never. How are you doing today? Could be worse. I didn't sleep much. It's too hot in here, actually. I should change blanket. Yeah. I've tried Nobara KDE. Just want to say I've never tried Nobara. I should try Nobara. Remind me to try Nobara. Thoughts on the until generic bug fix or feature request happens? I mean, what should be my thoughts except some users will be toxic? I mean, it's a very annoying question to see, comment to see, and I usually see this kind of comments on releases. Like there is a new release, like KDE Plasma 5.27, and somebody goes into the comments and says, but they didn't do this, so it's still unusable. And I'm sure, like, whatever you say, boss. What do you think of a default app in the DE to install drivers? Of course, the background of it should be maintained by the distro. Manjaro kind of does this. I think Manjaro does this, don't they? I think it's such a distro thing that it should be done by distros directly. As an example, Manjaro. I'm not sure if KDE should be providing that. Is there a way to disable customization for specific users? Yes, there's kiosk mode, it's called, with Ks all over the place. Kiosk, and you just enable that one. So many things to talk about. I saw much effort from KDE to make GTK apps look great, but with libadwaita this probably no longer be possible. Again, libadwaita, same questions. I don't think that there, as far as I'm aware, there's nobody working on this, and the person that usually works on GTK support in KDE Plasma kind of left KDE. So, not looking good. While Ocular abuse PDFs, filling out forms with text boxes feels like it lacks polish. I'm not aware of any specific plans to improve this on Ocular part. It could nonetheless happen. I'm just not aware of any such plan. What is Conqueror? Conqueror. Google it. KDE Conqueror. You will find out. As a new user, is it okay for use KDE Neon, blah, blah, blah? I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. There's no doubt in that. That said, it's not the distro that I would recommend as the most stable one. Probably Kubuntu should be more stable, but if it works, it works. Could you do a video on Discover's backend pay key? Why would I do that? Like, what's so interesting about it? Tell me. Convince me to do a video about it. Do you play any games at all? I play a lot of chess. I even play chess tournaments. I was supposed, now that I'm thinking of it, to meet with a friend of mine 10 minutes ago to talk about chess, Let me maybe tell him that I'm late. Thanks for reminding me. Let me just. Sorry about this. I completely forgot. This is the game I played yesterday, and this was 2.5 hour game, hours long game. And when you play chess in tournaments, you actually write down all the moves. So this is my match. I won yesterday. I was super lucky, but. Do you use a password manager? No, I don't. I probably should. When floating panels plus Wayland? I just love questions that don't have like a verb inside of them. When floating panels? Right now. They already work in Wayland. I'm not sure what you're asking. Brew means beer and coffee. I see. Yeah, I don't I don't drink coffee ever. I don't like coffee at all. And beer, as I said, only if I want to like get drunk. Hey Nicco, hey. Does any of your family members also contribute to KDE? Nope, I'm the only person using Linux actually. What is your opinion on libadwaita? So when you're talking about libadwaita, most often you're talking about the theming situation. Libadwaita is actually not that. So I've talked to a developer on Twitter actually, and they kindly explained to me that libadwaita is more like Kurigami for us. Not exactly, but like Kurigami add-ons, maybe. Kurigami add-ons. So a set of components that build on top of JTK. That is my understanding of libadwaita. And to my understanding, it works well. That said, apparently it's also some theming thing, and I totally don't, I'm not in the loop. I don't care that much either, to be fully honest, how JTK theming works. So, but like libadwaita as a set of components, as far as I know, works really well. Managing calendar from the clock widget would be nice. Yeah, I agree. But you know, you have to implement this. I thought you were Swedish. No, I'm not. I just pretend like I am. I go around in Sweden pretending to be Swedish, but I'm Italian. Is Wayland complete? And how is its implementation in Plasma going? Complete is a tough question. Probably the answer is no. Like, there's still stuff to be implemented. But it's a bit of a trick question, I think. The implementation is going fine. I think it should be nowadays stable for most people. It is for me, but nonetheless, we still have some blockers. Hopefully, for Plasma 6, the situation will have improved. Oh, hi, Mevan. Mevan. Perché Mevan? Mevan. I don't know how I was trying to get the pronunciation correct, sorry. What do you think of declarative system like GUIX? I don't know what GUIX is. That said, we do use QML. QML is a declarative programming. QML is a declarative markup language. Inside of it, there's JavaScript, which is not declarative, but mostly it's declarative QML. QML is really nice. And we already went that direction for extensions and such. So I think QML fits that direction nicely. Like, I'm not the kind of person that should be answering Wayland questions in here. Are there plans to make KDE Suite of apps more new user-friendly? I mean, kind of. There's no specific plan that says that explicitly, But that's the general direction with the latest wave of KDE applications, I think. Especially with Kurigami. If you take a look to any Kurigami application, it's going to look very new user friendly. And to be honest, I think that there is also on existing applications some effort into making them simpler and everything. I think it's really working out. I think nowadays the new applications are much easier to figure out. I'm losing my voice. KDE have so many options. When KDE have an option to change the panel color, you can do that already either by changing the color scheme or by changing the color scheme file for the Plasma theme or by changing the Plasma theme. You can do that, or changing the SVG directly, even easier. Why do you course KDE with JavaScript? I'm a JavaScript developer. No, it is a course language. I don't like JavaScript at all, personally. That said, for some use cases, it's the best language out there for some use cases. And QML, I think, really fits nicely with JavaScript. I'm not sure what engine they use behind the scenes. I never checked. Performance is not like super important in this scenario, but I don't know. What do you think of Lisp? Never used it. Interesting programming language. I would study it more, but I never used it. You're working on rounded corners? No, I already finished rounded corners for Plasma only, not applications, only Plasma. But corners of excellent glitchy. Yes, I'm not working on rounded corners of apps at all. Different person, just Plasma. And it's actually really different. What things need to be done or done better for Linux desktop to make it more successful? Very tough question. I mean, if you knew, there's probably like 10 to 15 answers to this question, and they would all be correct. There's a lot of things we can work on. It's a super complex answer. If there was an easy answer, we would be done. Like, yay, that's it. If I had to name one thing, I don't know. I don't even know. I think we're just trying to make the best that we can do. That's not really the question in our mind when we develop things, I think. What is your view on tiling window managers? Interesting, surely interesting for like tech or like nerds. Nerdier nerds. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not the kind of person for tiling VM. I am the kind of person for a tiling script inside of Kwin, but I just like simplicity and that sort of stuff. KDE needs an easy way to run software. That's not a question, actually. Let's skip this. Oh, a donation. Thank you. You don't see it. Let me fix this. Whoops. Come on. Thank you so much. Any chance KDE will get an updated PIM? I'd love to use Contact, but it looks the same as it did on KDE 1.1. Yes-ish. Calendar. Calendar is basically becoming a new PIM, actually. And because it started off as a calendar, there was already KDE Organizer, but Calendar basically did the same thing, but it's significantly better, I think. And then it also evolved to have a task manager inside of it. And then nowadays it's being like a support for emails. I think it's being worked upon. So Calendar is becoming pretty much the new PIM. Where were I? Nicco, what do you like of KDE? So many things. Personally, if I had to pick one, how much you can customize it? I mean, what else, right? Thoughts on Nicco and Randy? Oh, weird guy. You should not listen to him. Who is that? Never heard of him. Qt widgets have too many frames. Like Kirigami. Kirigami is not Qt widgets. I think you're confusing things. Kirigami is, I know you're saying the opposite, sir. Removing them as it happens in Kirigami. Okay, sorry. Kind of, like we would like to get rid of some frames. Thing is, it's not easy. And I mean, generally speaking, yes, we would like to go in that direction, but under the hood, it's pretty difficult to implement. Discover is great now. Most of the things I can do it in it, but don't its design look a bit dated? A little bit, but it's improving a lot. It has received some merge requests recently, like in the past months. It's improving a lot. So, yay. Is it possible for Plasma in the future to better manage audio devices? For example, to disable one, set one as default. I mean, so we currently have the volume applet, which I think is amazing. Oh, come on. So we have the applet, which I think is amazing. And you get such a ton of options that I think, and this is like a front end. So if something of this doesn't work quite well as it should, it's probably because of the backend. I'm not sure what we should improve of that applet because it's already like amazing. Trust me, I have started using KDE Neon for you. Thank you. Tried before, but overwhelmed. Blah, blah, blah. Now I find KDE more logical than GNOME. Need more devs like you. Love from India. Thank you so much. This makes me very happy. What do you like from Windows? Their touch support. They manage touch screens really well. They do an amazing job at that. What is your opinion on XFCE? I don't quite see why I would use it personally. I mean, I respect that other people are putting such hard work into it. Personally, I don't fully get it. Like, I feel like KDE Plasma is such a great desktop, and XFCE kind of does the same thing. I don't know. Not to shame anybody out of using XFCE, but it's, you know, and that is the reason I don't talk about it so much often. Ciao Nicco, come stai? Tutto bene, tutto bene. Sto perdendo la voce. What do you think of KDE Rising? Oh, thank you. What is your story on finding Linux, KDE, other open source, and get a job from it? Thank you from Indonesia. So, Linux, that's an interesting story actually. Basically, when I was a child, 11, 12, my parents bought me a computer, and I decided to write a virus, copy pasting things from the internet, thinking like, you know, I was 12. I was like, oh, hacker. And I accidentally destroyed my window install with it. So when my parents were like, oh no, we need to install the operating systems, my parents knew about Linux, and Linux it was. So I started using Linux at 12. I switched back to Windows with the next computer. And then when I was like 17, I was like, I mean, let's try Linux again. Why not? And I remember the day I used KDE for the first time. It was the day before I went to my Scouts camp. And I just spent the entire night customizing it. And I was roughly 17, and it was a couple of weeks after I returned to Linux. Still losing my voice. What was I doing? Blah, blah, blah. Sudo apt, hello. Hello. Da-da-da, da-da-da. What do you like from Windows? Opinion? What do you think about KDE Rising? Sorry, yes. do it. That's the I used to customize KDE a lot. I do have posts on like Unix porn. I mean, auto tiling and KDE, you have scripts for that. They work very nicely. You live in Sweden? Yes, I'm currently in Stockholm. So if you're in Stockholm, hi, I'm also in Stockholm. I've been also in Halmult, that's not how you pronounce it, for a year. Which non-KDE app would you love to switch or have a direct equivalent for KDE, I guess? Which KDE? Let me think it through. Inkscape. I'm gonna go with Inkscape. It's such a nice application. A fun fact, I actually applied for a job at Inkscape, but they didn't pick me. But it was very nice. Like the whole interview process was very nice. So I was actually very happy to have sent my application in. I had fun actually. Got rejected, but hey Nicco, do you have any opinion on the new Pop! OS desktop for Snyder? Have you taken a look at the news? I did a video about it. And to be honest, I don't have anything to add to the video. So I would suggest that you check out the video I've done on it and take my opinions from there as they are currently. How can I start contributing to Linux projects? You go to KDE.org and you click on Get Involved. There's a lot of ideas on how to get involved. Do you speak Swedish? Not at all. Not at all. I never quite tried, to be fully honest, to learn Swedish. People always say, what are KDE devs doing? Never, how are KDE devs doing? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it feels like all KDE developers are constantly overworked, and probably we are. Thank you for contributors to KDE. Thank you. Euler or Galois? Hey, good one. I gotta say, probably Euler. Galois, I've just done an exam on Galois theory. How do I say this? Like, this guy is a genius. And it kinda makes the exam so much harder. Like, you're going there and you're making an exam about a theory that a guy developed when he was 19 or like 17. Doesn't make studying any easier. I just want to change the panel color. You can change the color scheme of the plasma theme. Maybe you cannot throw that, but you can change the SVG. That's better. I've done an entire guide on how to edit plasma theme SVGs. How does one get better at using Qt? You just use it. With time, you get better. Oh, I'm lagging this behind. I'm so much behind things. Oh my, I'm trying my best. Who decides how things look? What do I have to do to be that person? There's no one person that does that, obviously. There's a VDG, which is the visual design group, and we just come together and talk about it. So you can just join the chat and share your opinions. Have you ever tried window managers? No, actually, never. Sorry. Can I remove comments from here? Done. I should probably get moderators who understand Italian. The JS and QML gets compiled into native binary. I really don't think so. No. Not happening. Sorry. Have people at KDE thought about switching to TypeScript instead of JavaScript? We cannot do that, actually. Like, I'm pretty sure it's hard-coded. In QML, it's hard-coded to be JavaScript. I guess you could import from an external file and then have that external file to be compiled from TypeScript, but it means you're using too much JavaScript actually. QML is supposed to be light on how much JavaScript you use, and the core stuff goes into C++, obviously. Which operating system do you use now? I've got Kubuntu on that computer and KDE Neon on that one. Should KDE have a desktop layout KCM? In my opinion, yes. There's even a merge request for it, even though it was never finished. If yes, then should it ship with some optional desktop layouts? I don't see why not. I would totally be for it. Tiling window managers are great. I'm using Qtile, blah, blah, blah. You have amazing. Yeah, I have no doubts. I'm just not the right person to use them, you know. Nicco, have you played? Nope, sorry, not into that. I think I play just a handful of games, and the only game I play a lot is chess. Any chance to get KDE Connect to get wireless phone screen sharing? Just use screen copy. Like seriously, it's amazing. I'll show you. It's that easy. So basically you connect your computer to the phone, and then you type screen by TCP IP. Boom, done. And this appears. This is currently my phone. And then you can just unplug the phone. That's it. It's super simple. You cannot integrate it to KDE Connect, sadly. As the floating panel guy, all the features of it are done, and now only bug fixes are going to make or other new features coming. There is one feature, which I guess you can call feature, which is shadows. Floating panels will soon support shadows. So technically that's a new feature, but apart from that, just bug fixes. You had a favorite thing from Windows. What about Macintosh? Ooh, touchpad gestures. They have some amazing touchpad gestures. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thoughts on the 50,000 IDR donations? I have no idea how much that is. I don't have a money converter in my yard, so I just try to guess how much money it is by how much time does the message stay there. But I mean, any donation is very much welcome, so thank you so much. Have you used any advanced math when working on KDE? Not quite, like advanced math, no, not quite, but there is some math on software development. To make a stupid example, when you're dealing with colors, color spaces involve a lot of matrix multiplication, and you kinda have to know matrices well to use that. I did use advanced mathematics when dealing with 3D rendering with Blender, because I did a bit of that too. GUIX is a declarative package manager. Okay. Interesting. That's the most sophisticated idea I can have. Interesting. I gotta check it out. How much extra work has to be done in Plasma to support Nvidia opposed to I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't done any kind of work on that sort of things, and I've never seen people do that sort of work. So I'm just really don't know. Have you considered covering lesser known operating systems like RISC-OS, IQ, Serenity OS? I mean, why not? Why not? Yeah, I'll add them to the video, yes. Any chance of KDE Plasma 6 getting better accessibility support? There is a chance. There's an accessibility goal. So, yeah. In a scale from 1 to 10, how touchscreen friendly is KDE? KDE Plasma desktop, I think you're asking. And applications. From 1 to 10, I would say 4. Like there's good stuff in it, but you cannot quite have a touch screen workflow that works nicely. So kind of a deal breaker. Hello Nicco, do you guys plans of changing the default layout? Windows look. No, I don't think we want to change the default layout. So, related to the yes, but let's be honest, it's nowhere near what Inkscape does. Inkscape is really good. Carbon is unmaintained. So sure thing. If you see me, you can say hi. On the 20th of June, I will still be here, in Stockholm in theory, till the end of June. Maybe I'm in Italy already. I don't know. There is a risk condition is SNI. I have no idea, guys. I'm not a bug tracker. I'm not a human bug tracker. I don't know. Will you by any chance visit the HDR Hackfest in April? I've seen the news, but I don't think so. For a couple of reasons. Firstly, I don't know anything about it. Like the HDR. Secondly, I'm pretty busy on April, so sorry. Will there be a good alternative to latte in the future? No, there will still be latte, which is still a good alternative to itself. Has the KDE Plasma theme ever discussed to set a global font to the new Plasma version trailer? No, I don't think so. The font we use is quite standard, and I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon. Have you used any UI frameworks beside Qt? Not quite. I've done some UI stuff in the past with other things. Not quite frameworks. Like I've done some HTML stuff. I've done some Pygame actually. I've done an entire UI in Pygame one time, but it's not a UI framework, so not quite. Have you ever dabbled with Bash scripts? Nope. I just use Python. Yeah, I just use Python. Personally, I find Python to be simple enough to do these kind of tasks. Third on NeoVim bindings. What thoughts am I supposed to have about the bindings? I don't know. How to make a Wayland compositor with W? Why are you asking me? I don't know. Thoughts on E4, E5, NC6, BC4. Is that the London? Ah no, NC6. That's the London, isn't it? I mean, if you don't want to play chess, it's fine. Just say so. Like I don't want to play chess today. Fine, we play checkers. Don't play the London. Any plan to integrate Bismuth into Kwin? Nope. How far with the lost code? I haven't made any progress after recording the video. Do you use NAS? I don't know what NAT is. NAS is. I don't know what NAS is. What's NAS? Please tell me in the comments. Oh, finally. Ah, it's the Italian. Oh. Isn't it on the... What's the difference? I'm so not used to playing these openings. The Italian game. I never go for E4 actually. And I never play with E5 to E4. I always play one before as a first move, and I always play one E4 D5 as black. Network attached storage. No, I never used it. Sorry. What's your what's your favorite desktop effect and why is it wobbly Windows? My favorite desktop effect is blur. I'm sorry, it's blur. I just love blur. You can't do anything about it. What is the distro that best ships KDE Plasma? I've done an entire video about that. Check out the video. It would be nice to have an integrated support for gestures on touchpad. We have it. It's in Wayland. Should KDE go beyond software to also include areas like open hardware projects? In my opinion, yes, but there has to be somebody that does the work. Not easy at all. It's been 1 hour already. What is your opinion on Rust? Never used it. Sounds like a cool programming language. If an application is unmaintained, does it still accept merge requests? I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure. What lens did you end up buying? So at the end, let me pick them up. I got this one, which is Samyang, and it's F slash, that's not how you pronounce it, right? F slash 1.2, and it's 35 millimeters. Do you use SDDM? Yes. It's weird. It should work for most people, really. Is there still room for new developers to contribute to KDE? Yes! There's always room for new developers, believe me. So just go to kde.org, get involved. There's always room. Very happy to hear that you love the videos, by the way. Do you try asking ChatGPT? I wish. Qt compiles most code to C++. If you say so. I don't know. Not JavaScript. And in Camel there's a lot of JavaScript. So why will the next KDE Academy be hosted in Greece? How is a country and university selected? There is a call for locations, a public call for locations, and I think you can send an offer, and then I think we just pick the nicest one. There's, I don't know, a team to select them. Improved snap layouts. Oh, hey, Sarah. Hi. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean here, sorry. Would you go to FOSDEM? I would love to go to FOSDEM. It's the 3rd year I want to go there and I'm not able to. Next year I have to go to FOSDEM. I have to. Does KDE have a burn my window equivalent? Yes. Yes. How? I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure there is. Pretty sure. Why touchpad gestures can't be implemented in X11? I'm not expert in the technical details. You would have to ask the developer who actually did not implement it in the X11. Sorry. Are there plans to make more advanced theming possible without Quantum in the future? For applications, you mean? I mean, you can already do that just by doing a queue style. It's not easy. and it requires compiling stuff or installing packages if you want to install a new theme, but you can. There is plans to improve the situation, but it's extremely complex, so probably not something we'll get anytime soon. I would like to know how I can contribute to KDE as the developer. Go to kde.org and click on Get Involved. That's gonna tell you everything about that. Deprecate X11, not yet. Not yet. We'll get there, not yet. How's your day going? Okay, pretty well. I'm totally losing my voice. I should probably stop. I have homework to do, but I'm having fun, so whatever. Jordan canonical form. This is linear algebra 1. I gave that course and that was it. Like, yeah, done. Never again. No, it wasn't that bad, but what's the Jordan canonical form again? Come on. Let's keep our mathematical minds trained. That one. Yes. I actually didn't study it much because for some reason we didn't focus on it a lot on my course, but not my sort of things. Is there any other tablet? I mean, you could install like a Linux Surface. Surface are decent. That's the ones I would suggest. Oh, finally one person that says that we have too much padding. Usually they say the opposite. Usually they say, oh no, you have too little padding. Finally somebody says too much padding. No, we don't have any plans for a more compact brace. I think it's fine. We think it's fine. Do you have plans to make the taskbar more easier to customize in settings? It's not easy enough. Could you elaborate on what you think is not easy enough? What do you recommend as config to make KDE work on a tablet? Surely enable tablet mode. That said, I don't know. Like I did actually look into it, but it was years ago. So I really don't know. So I'm going to keep answering questions for a little bit of time. I'm just going to go to the bathroom real quick. So let me just put up a sign that says, went to the bathroom, I'll be back. Because, you know, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be back. Don't talk too much. Hi, I'm back. Where's my things? Here and here. Okay. Let's hide this, just in case I go to the bathroom again. Have you seen any Academy talks? Yes, a lot of them. Which ones are your favorites? Tough one. Surely David Edmondson's one is pretty good. And what else? Like the ones at the beginning were very nice. Qt6 should help JavaScript being transpiled to C++ and then compiled to some extent. I've seen that. I'm just really not sold on the current implementation they are claiming, especially because it seems like it's going to be a strict subset of JavaScript, and in order to use that functionality, using that functionality seems kind of hard. I haven't looked into it much, but I'm not quite sold on that feature yet. But also our virtual machine, I don't use either. Isn't Buttles using virtual machines under the hood? Yes, but it's basically the new feature. Yeah, no, not quite, but it's very similar to the integrated tiling that we have in KDE Plasma 5.27. Too many comments. Is there a plan to make the KDE Plasma digital clock more symmetrical? It should be symmetrical. It should be already. Oh no, it isn't it? File a bug report. Have you tried Arch? Yeah, I've used it for a couple of years. Okay. Plasma doing great on Xeon Linux. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, but I mean, everybody has its own thing. Linear algebra was my favorite math course, but I've never heard of the Jordan normal forms. It's like you diagonalizing matrices, but the ones that you cannot actually diagonalize, so you end up with a upper triangular matrix. I was thinking of using KDE Plasma Mobile, but don't know if it would impact on anything. Try it out. Yes, that's true as well. Hello, Brazil. Is there some plans to make some sort of D menu or file menu into Plasma? I'm not aware of what those projects are, sorry. What customizations for KDE do you feel essential for your use case? Personally, I customize the shortcuts meta tab to be the grid, this grid. And I also customize meta arrows to be switching desktop and virtual desktops. My office looks so cozy. It's not an office, it's a bedroom. Let me take you to a quick trip of my bedroom. So I have my bed there. There's a little table with my stuff. On there, I have like a poster with my poetry. On there, I have all the things that I'm supposed to do every day, like contributing to KDE and such. And then there you can see my furniture. Here I have the green screen. Then I have the only nice thing about this room, good looking thing, which is my library, how you call it, I don't remember, with the drawings and such, the lights. I mean, I put this up so that it looks decent as a background, but it's just a bedroom. And then I have like a chair and another poster with all the things I'm supposed to do. And then Sweden, my computers, there's like monitor, tripod, the mirror. You can see that. Hello. Okay, let's stop. That was enough. Here's a trip into my room. That's how I live. 24 hours a day, every day. I never get out of my room. I'm basically Bob Burnham, but with KDE. Should there be a second official KDE theme? I don't know, maybe. I'm not against it, but I'm not sold on the idea either. Okay, so let's catch up with the comments a bit. Would you recommend any coursework to step into Linux KDE development? I'm not aware of any, so I can't quite recommend. I'm sorry. Yeah, isn't Wine... no, Wine is not virtual. No, right. Yeah, sorry about that. That was incorrect. What do you think of KDE? Think Microsoft borrowing KDE's slogan but changing over? Personally, I think they didn't do it on purpose. But I mean, it's such a vague slogan after all. Like, simple by default, powerful when needed. It's very vague and very easy to accidentally reproduce. So personally, yeah, I think it's by mistake. I want to give Microsoft the benefit of the doubt. Any plans of adding the ability to save layouts on new Plasma tiling? Not that I'm aware of, but who knows? Do you think that the tiling functionality in Kwin could be useful for Plasma Ink? Right now, I'm not sure about anything being useful for Plasma Ink. Like, I'm not sure what Plasma Ink should be right now, because I've used it for quite a while, trying out different things. Very complex stuff. Like, I have no idea how to make this work right now, so... I have MetaT to open my terminal. Will it get overwritten by tiling? In theory, no. In practice, I guess it could happen, but if so, do open a bug report because it shouldn't happen. But I don't think it should happen. Yeah, right now, multitasking is the least of our problems on Plasma Ink. Like, I belong in capital letters to the no system D movements. What's your opinion? I don't care. I couldn't care less, to be honest. Are you an avid fan of Heinz baked beans? I don't like beans. Why avid fan? What do you mean by avid fan? Why would I be? What a specific question. Let me Google that though. That's why would I be a big fan of? What are the best KDE features in your opinion? Surely the block mode. I don't remember the shortcut right now because it's very distinctive, but the block mode in KDE is amazing. Do you think Qt being proprietary? Qt is not proprietary. Again, Qt is not proprietary. I've done an entire video about that. Go check out Is Qt a Threat to KDE? And you will find it. Ciao. Ciao. What is Plasma Ink? So basically it's the idea of we don't have actually any Plasma Ink right now, but it should be a shell to go into the e-ink devices. Is Android a Linux distro? I would not call Android a Linux distro. You don't like beans. Sorry. What's your opinion on non-GNU Linux distributions? Such as? Could you make me some examples? Hawaiian pizzas with the pineapples on top. So how do you ban a person? I can do this now, just kidding. Plasma panel just needs new animations in dock mode to replace that. New animations, what new animations? Be slightly more specific, please. Oh, come on, stop saying this. Stop saying this. Just don't. Do you think we can put AI on KRunner? I mean, technically you can just create a new runner that goes to ChatGPT API. Nobody stops you from doing that. We probably won't ship that out of the box by default, but nothing stops you to do that. Let's not talk about this. Oh my god. You want to kill me now. opinions on e-ink in general, I'm a big fan. I'm really hoping to see more and more of e-ink stuff. I really want to buy the e-ink monitor. There's a e-ink monitor which is beautiful. It's so expensive, but it's beautiful. I just want it. Why did KDE remove task scheduler in settings? I don't know. I didn't see the merge request. Sorry. What about Pineapple Linux? Non slavery? But why? Why would you try to avoid GNU? Is there like I'm most asking honestly? I just don't know. Proof assistants. I guess they're useful if you're like a math person, like doing math research. I'm just a student. I am happy enough that I understand the fundamental things. I don't quite need it. If I went into mathematical research, probably I would use such tools. Should a panel alignment I mean, why not? Why not? I guess it makes sense. I don't have anything against it. I just want a decent e-ink with colors. I don't know. I don't quite need color. Like, even a black and white good e-ink, for me, it just does the trick. I don't think that we can have good colors on an e-ink. That's not what they're meant to do, after all. Look, Nutella pizza, Nutella pizza kind of makes sense. Like if you just want something sweet to eat, but it's a sweet banana, pineapple. Sure, go ahead. I can always get some nice opinions around on e-ink, but right now I'm really focusing on technical aspects. Plasma floating panel enabled by default by Plasma theme. What file should I change? I'm afraid you can't do that. No, there's currently no way for a Plasma theme to make a panel floating by default. That is, I think, part of the layout. I think you would have to make a global theme. I'm not sure exactly how it works though. Sorry. What about mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard, sour cream on a bit? Why? Why on earth would you do that? Let's start with ketchup. Like, there's tomato ready. Why would you put like ketchup, which is tomato sauce, after all, on something that... Is there gonna be an e-reader device with Plasma ink? Again, Plasma ink doesn't exist yet, but if somebody, supposedly me, makes Plasma ink exist, this one, the Pine Note. Buy the Pine Note. It's cool. Have you seen Plasma Car? What's Plasma Car? Let's Google it. It's a film. Huh. No, it's not a film. Additional crew. Second unit director or assistant director. I don't think this one is what you're saying. No, I haven't seen Plasma Car. Okay, I guess it makes sense, but I don't know, in such cases I think you either go with black and white or you just get a colorful OLED display to really enjoy the colors. What do you think it's more readable, int or i64? Long int. Readable, I think it's long int. Do you also like kiwi pizza? Why? Why would you do Plasma? Why? Plasma card is... yes, I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, I agree. It's something that I would like to improve for Plasma 6. Is it okay to put chocolate syrup over chocolate chip? What? Chocolate cheap ice cream? What's cheap ice cream? The hell is that? Why are we talking about this and what the hell is that? It's like this. Oh, I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you? No, there is currently no active work on locally integrated menus. There has never been work on locally integrated menus. There is a third party. No, there has never been worked on implementing them. There has been a couple of mock-ups. There's an open merge request for Breeze. There is another developer who, Zayran. Was that Zayran, I think? They did that for another, I guess they tried to upstream it. I guess it didn't work, yeah. You can try to ping the developer, I guess. Have you tried Void? Nope. French fries on pizza, yes. French fries, it's fine. I've eaten French fries on a pizza before. Not amazing, but I mean, it does the trick. Why was oxygen? Because it looked bad. No, I mean, the design changed with time. Like, what is a modern design changed with time, and we had to adapt. I'm talking like if I was there. I wasn't, but KDE had to adapt to a newer, more modern design. KDE 5.27 is released on the 14th, so 5 days from now. More compact? No, there is currently no such plan. Sorry. Maybe I should try them out. I don't know. I gotta say that proofs are totally one of my weak points. I don't like proofs at all. I guess I should try them out. Maybe they do help. Yeah. Why you are asking me? Soy sauce. No, I never tried. I will try and let you know if it's good, though. Thoughts on non-FOSS software on Linux? Look, sometimes you have to use non-FOSS software. Like, there is a lot of non-FOSS software in our lives. We can't live with just free and open source software. I have a bank. My bank has an application, and that's not open source. What should I do? When writing code, do you test the changes you made VM? Or so basically how it works is that when I log into my system, I get to choose whether I want the development or the stable version. So if I just want to test something, I log out and then log in with the development session. Yes, not me. Valve did send Steam Deck for testing to developers working on the Steam Deck. David Edmondson, to make an example. Not me. I was not working on the Steam Deck. I think not Nate either. David Edmondson, yeah. Okay, thank you. I'll check it out after the stream. Go into KDE.org and click on Get Involved. Do you like pineapples? Depends. I like syrup, when they're put into the syrup. They're very sweet and very good. What is your most used Linux distro? I probably use KDE Neon the most. I'm not sure if I would say it's my favorite. Lately, I really like the Fedora people, like what they're doing, but I don't use Fedora. looking for a simple way to turn off all defects. Yes, I remember that video. I was trying to say one thing and then I accidentally said the very opposite. Let me fix that. So basically you have the animation speed, and what I told people to do is to move it all the way to the left, where it says slow. Unsurprisingly enough, it was exactly the opposite. You have to click it, you move it all the way to instant, not slow. I somehow confused the two, so sorry about that. Also disable compositing, yes. Brought a new camera, Nicco? Yes, it's this beauty. It's a Fuji X3 XT3. It's amazing. I'm so happy I was actually saving up money for months to buy this. I'm so happy. Does Steam contribute to the project? In your video about donations, it wasn't seen. They don't donate to KDE as far as I'm aware. They did hire some KDE developers to work on KDE, on things they needed from KDE through the company Blue System. I've done a video about that. I don't remember the title, but I've done a video about that. Thanks. You tried mango habanero sauce? No. Should I? Should I try mango habanero sauce? Why are we still doing this? Would you say you're a general tech enthusiast or just a developer? No, I'm a general tech enthusiast. I love a lot of tech things. Like, I was really looking forward to this, which is tech. I was so much looking forward to this. I've got a tablet, and I'm a big fan of tablets. I've got like 2 different computers. I both like Arduino, Raspberry, and so much stuff. What's the green screen for? Well, if you remember my channel, I used to do a lot of green screens. Nowadays, I don't do them anymore because, I mean, hey, this is so good. I don't need green screen anymore. But if I ever feel like doing a green screen, it's there. I can use it. Favorite cheese? Probably, I don't know. Like feta is really good. But there is also some Italian cheese from Puglia, which is also very good. I forgot the name. They think that Breeze looks old. I'm sorry. We're trying our best. We're trying our best to make it look modern. I'm gonna start banning people who say pineapple and pizza in the same sentence. I only use Wayland nowadays. Wayland only. It's just stable for me. Yeah, no, I'm so happy with the new camera. Like, I'm so happy. Also, my TikTok videos, I just use the camera like this, vertically, and I do TikTok videos too. So higher quality, like DL chain. I love it. We have a roadmap. We have a roadmap. Did Nate post one? Please link out the roadmap. I'm not aware of the roadmap. Nah, it should look decent out of the box. Nah, it should look good out of the box. I don't have GPUs. It's like the integrated Intel stuff. What's your opinion of Katana? Never heard of it. Why? Why? any YMCK editor. I totally know what YMCK is. I'm not Googling it. GIMP. It's like a colors stuff. Cyan, magenta, yellow. K. Cyan, magenta, yellow, K. I don't know what's that. Yellow, magenta, cyan, K. I have no idea. I'm not. I don't do anything like that. Tableau mode is in theory it should do that out of the box. If it doesn't, it means that there's not support. You can case for black makes sense, and you can just open a bug report. You're asking a bit too much, but KDE Plasma is quite light already, so just use KDE Plasma. No, I don't use mechanical keyboards. Too expensive. I really think you think I have much more money than I actually have. This is my keyboard. It was literally the cheapest thing, and it came with a mouse, which, by the way, is terrible, out of the box. Bad stuff. Yes, I just love Kate so much. I'm gonna stick to Kate. I think I'm gonna end it very soon because it's almost been 2 hours. My voice is gone and I have to study. What time is it? It's almost 5. No, I have never used Amarok. I think you're talking about Zeran. I think that was Zeran. I have heard nothing from him, so maybe not. You have to ask him. I don't know. Probably not. Like probably. I mean, probably yes. Probably he has stopped the working on that merge request. Distrobox. Is the Distrobox what I think Distrobox is? You know, one thing about Distrobox is that... Wait, let me check that I'm talking about the right project. Yes. The thing about Distrobox is that the main developer is called Luca Di Maio. And I never talked to him, but if I wanted, I should be able to bring him to my channel to do like an interview or something. So if you really like Distrobox, I could try to I could interview Luca in Italian. I've done that. Or maybe not. How much gigabytes of RAM was it? Maybe it was 2 I tried. Don't remember. Maybe no, it was 1. I don't remember. Hey, you should ask Battles. To be honest, I have so little time lately. What do you think about Unity layout with global menu, how to hiding header bars and all goodies? You know, it's interesting. I don't have any strong ideas about it. I think it's interesting. I'm not against it. I do think that KDE Plasma is fine, to be honest. Vanilla OS. What's the question? What do you mean? No, I've never used FreeCAD. I guess it could I guess it could be improved, but you know, we have to find somebody to actually do that. Plasma launcher for Android One. Probably never. It would be cool. But there's nobody that would realistically work on it. Yeah, that's true. Vanilla OS is working on a KDE Plasma release. They don't have a KDE Plasma release yet, so it's not like it's messed up. It's not there right now, but soon there will be. Open a bug report. It's working on my computer. As you can see, I choose this very... This is cool, actually. This looks very cool. Well, nice one. But yeah, it works for me, so... Is KDE ever dropping Xorg support? Maybe in the future, but not until at least Plasma 6 dot something. Yeah, pretty much. I think I'm gonna go now. Seriously, it's been almost 2 hours. I'm dying. QML is very easy to contribute to, so don't worry about that. Just go to kde.org, click on Get Involved, and get involved. Thanks everybody for following the live stream. How many people follow the live stream? I should have like statistics. Wow, lots of people. Thanks everybody for following along. I'm very happy to see this. So it was very nice to see you, and hopefully I'll do this again. Not for 2 hours though, too much time.